Good afternoon on what is a cold, grey and overcast day. It is Friday, December the 3rd, back in the reading nook with a nice hot cup of tea and a pile of parcels, one of which came today, which is this big one here. But first I am going to continue delving into this one, which I have already opened up, and I pulled out Strange World, okay, which was a exploratory role-playing game using Powered by the Apocalypse. Next, let's have a look. We have essentially Corpsewake Cove, which is the Mörk Borg, written by Ember, and basically it's a scenario for the pre-apocalyptic old school Renaissance style role-playing game Mörk Borg, published a couple of years ago to much acclaim, and has been heavily it's one of the sort of like I would say three old school Renaissance titles right now which are really popular and heavily supported. So you've got Mörk Borg, you've got Mouse Ritter, you've got Mothership, and then actually there were four, because I probably include Old School Essentials amongst that. But yeah, Corpsewake Cove, fight pirates, get revenge, steal their treasure, arr, as they say. There is no nest of scurvy rats as foul or felonious as the pirates of Corpsewake Cove. The town is rotten, drunk with grog, and the riches stolen from 100 innocent peasants. Their reckoning has finally come. Burn their boats, slit their throats, toss them to the drink, and steal their clink. Inside you'll find tables to generate pirates and their booty, maps of key locations, key NPCs that invite adventure, a cove-wide bestiary, bountiful hidden treasures, a terrible curse, secret romances, tricky traps, and hidden horrors. Wreak your revenge on the 5 pirate kings. This is not a world for mercy. Join the cove in acts of riotous debauchery and violence. Discover strange rituals, secret plots, hidden affairs, and so many zombie pirates. All this in full colour with radical illustrations and truly inspired layouts. Corpsewake Cove is waiting for you and your very worst friends. Okay, now an adventure for use with Mörk Borg or by conversion to the fantasy RPG of your choice. And this is from Ember Ash, and I have to say that blurb sells it to a T. You basically want to go, okay, I want to grab this, find out what's inside. That's a great blurb. So open up, let's see what we find inside. So it's quite a thick booklet. I say thick booklet, but reasonably thick booklet. Runs to, well, it's actually just 44 pages, but it looks thicker than it is. But nice glossy cover. And inside we have a guide to pirate vernacular, and with things like ye instead of you, and especially the plural context, ye scary dogs. Sorry, putting on my almost natural accent, if I go back to that, which I have lost through listening to a lot of Radio 4, because the pirate accent is very West Country. Arr. We've got a pirate glossary as well, a GM introduction, and basically explains what Mörk Borg is, so on. There we go. And setting off to Corpsewake Cove, and it's basically it's in that essentially electric yellow, neon yellow that I know some people love, and it's been a style that's been emulated in other old school Renaissance books. Nook, the magazine, basically the bric-a-brac magazine for old school Renaissance, basically does sort of emulate it a little. It's heavily influenced, but it has influenced lots of other books. This doesn't use it quite so heavily, but you can see flashes of it, literally, you know, neon pink, neon yellow, neon blue sort of colouring. So yeah, we've got pirate background, PC backgrounds like bounty hunter, treasure crazed lunatic, dewy-eyed pirate wannabe, and then we go to the pirate cove over the course of several days. and the harbour. And this is very more fortunate in its layout, essentially combining the combination of text and map together, along with the colours. Various NPCs, each of them fully illustrated, again nicely done. So I'm looking forward to digging into this game in further detail. We've got Captain Jack Riddle Grinsby there. So illustration, full stats, bit of background. So lots of different captains of the various ships, and then we go on to the Pirate Curse. Just checking my hand, no black spot, I'm clean. And then again, sort of a combination of really exploded kind of map graphics and just listing of the various places. As I say, stylistically similar to Mörk Borg, and built into the cliff, various locations, more history there. And it basically does kind of suck down a bit after a while, but takes a bit. Describing the various locations. Then we've got Quick Crypt, a couple of levels there. That's a little bit difficult to read in comparison to the other locations, I think, on first glance, but yeah, nicely done. Sorry, distracted by a squirrel running past with looks to be stuffing in its mouth, ready for to lay for its nest. And then Cellar Path, again, another underground location. And the sewers, because you always need a set of sewers. Because if you can't have a dungeon, do have some sewers instead. Because if you've got sewers, they're really going to put off your players investigating. We have various particular NPCs like the Pirate Brute and the Blue Swashbuckler. And then Soggy Zombie Pirate and Frothy Sludge and Thieving Hands. Again, nice touches. Not just a zombie pirate, but a soggy zombie pirate. Hands, so you really need a few things. Basically, you need a few things to help you out, and some sludge as well. And because pirates, the sea, sharks, let's step it up one further. Frankenshark. And before we get to one good rat boy, various other monsters, and a deranged seagull. Honestly, have you ever not come across a seagull that isn't somehow deranged? And the big figurehead of the bawdy wench. Yes. Okay. Thematically, yes, it fits. Whether or not you want to, some players may have problems with the inclusion of the term wench, but it's thematically it fits the setting. And as long as you go into it knowing that, it's fine. Some players don't like it, don't use it, or they don't play. But if you accept it as part of the setting, it's not so much of an issue. So you've got a Manticore, and because an ex-parrot. Don't know whether it ceased to be, of course. And a bounty of pirate booty, and pirate names, and pirate traits, and pirate accessories and tables at the very back. So this looks like a huge lot of fun. I mean, I've already looked at something like, so for example, if you have a look, there's a publication on Drive-Thru RPG from Lost Pages called Genial Jack, which is a giant god whale, and people live inside the god whale and on it, and so on, and it sails the mighty oceans, and you could put this in there without any difficulty. Basically, the second part actually takes you into a dungeon, which is its intestines, and almost like a version of Heart of Darkness, the Apocalypse Now, but going through the bowels of a giant whale. But this would fit it. I mean, or you could just drop it into the campaign of your choice. But really, either way. But it shows you sort of like how Mörk Borg is spurring other people's imagination to create interesting content. So yeah, Corpsewake Cove. Look forward to reviewing that. So, once again, thank you very much for watching another unboxing in the Nook. Hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please do click the like button. And if you've got any comments or feedback, if you post those, do take the time to read them, and I appreciate you doing so. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to yet more unboxings in the Nook, where you will see me with a parcel and a book or game which I will unpack and talk about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea. Then please do hit that subscribe button. Well, thank you very much for watching, and I will be back again soon with another unboxing in the Nook. Bye for now.